Okay, cool. There's the first slide. Another level presented by. Let's just jump straight into the first one. Okay, so what's going to happen on Saturday? And I think, how many tickets do we have for the 14th house?
We have like 6 left.
6 tickets left. Okay, some people try to sneak in from the automotive industry, and we caught you. And we just refunded you. So sorry about that. I know some of the, especially boys and girls there from the Val Triangle, are not going to be happy, but unfortunately this is outside of automotive, and we would like to keep it that way for as long as possible. But the agenda will be arriving, registration, and networking. That's the most exciting part for me. In my newsletter I wrote yesterday, those are 2 regrets that I really have, that I need to, I thought I heard myself. I'm like, how? That I really have to work on for 2026. I would love to add value to other industries, and I would also love to meet people from other industries, share ideas. There's a lot of stuff that can be cross-pollinated, so you can apply a lot of stuff in solar, for example, that we've learned over the years in car sales, and scripts, flow, process and procedure. Perhaps we can learn from other industries as well. So we're going to teach you how to establish your authenticity. So people that know me really, really well, like really know me, will be like, Bobs, you're like the craziest person on your socials, and you're actually full on introvert. I'm like, yes. So how? I said, well, I figured out how to be authentic, to authentically be myself. It's a process. It's actually a formula. And Els, you and the team documented it like better than I even thought, asking the correct questions at the right time to establish your authenticity. So you don't need to be this extroverted, kick down the door, Conor McGregor, wants to shake everybody's hand and everybody's friend. I'm nothing like that. Like on weekends, if I can speak to no people at all, it's like the best weekend ever. Outside of the people, obviously, that are close to me. But we're going to walk you through the step of how to establish your authenticity. Understanding platforms and algorithms. This is going to be a big one and a bit of a shock to the people that attend, because, simple example, when you do a Facebook post, you can actually embed a link in a Facebook post. So let's say, for example, you are offering a service or a product, and you would like your consumer, your target customer, to go to a landing page or to your website, or to take action and send you a WhatsApp. I saw Elena last night. Elena on, or is she off today? She's not on. Okay, I saw Elena last night, without giving me a heads up. She put a WhatsApp button on my newsletter. Did you see that, Els? So I get these weird WhatsApps at like 11 o'clock in the evening. I would like to know more information about this. Like, what, dude? The newsletter? I said, no, about the marketing course you speak of in the newsletter. So you can do a WhatsApp button if you connect your WhatsApp to Meta, which will teach you how to do on the day. You can do a landing page. You can forward them to a video. You can forward them to a secondary link that forwards them. But that's Facebook, right? IG can't do that. You have to set it up in the bio. Neither can TikTok, but LinkedIn can. You can send people on a journey, as well as Twitter. So just basic understanding of the platforms and how the algorithms work. So when do you use an image? What can you create with an image versus a reel on each and every platform? So how do you drive traffic to a website? How do you drive brand exposure, marketing, and advertising? Very, very interesting, and how each algorithm works a little bit differently to the next. We're going to go into stats and engagement, give you real life stats and engagement, what that looks like, so that we manage your expectations in terms of, I saw 15 comments, 8,000 views, but I've sold nothing. So how do you manage your own expectations before you even post something, that this is the target for this post, and I'm going to chase the target, engagement, reach, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay, this is a big one. Posting times, prompts, and schedules. This is a secret sauce. what time to post, what prompts to use, and how do you properly schedule each and every post. How do you schedule so that using AI you can be an army. Practical on creating video and photo. So this is where I'm going to step down from the TV and from leading, and Elsie and Elena are going to go into a real life demo with your phone. Push here, edit this, do it that way. Okay, insert music, insert transitions. Elsie, you ready?
Yes.
You know you're going to have 63-year-old toppies that are BBC, right? the one uncle phones me, says, you know, when Bobby, Uncle Bob's, you know, I'm born before computers. I said, great, sir. Excellent. Even more challenging for the girls, but by the time you walk out, you'll know everything we know. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Just bring a phone that's not a 3310, please. Nah, I've got a mooi Samsung. So let's go. Does it have a camera? Ja, wat praat jy? So it's going to be a practical on how to create a piece of video, edit it, lay a sound, create captions, put transitions, cool music, and then post it using AI so it drives engagement and views. That's going to be freaking fun for me, because for the first time ever, I'm not going to be doing it. I'll just sit next to the BBC and help him. You girls are going to have to handle the rest of the crowd. You ready, Els?
Ja, ek het my pom-pom saamgebring.
Your pom-pom saamgebring. Mooi man. Okay, then photo. What does a landscape versus a portrait, when does each work? Because there's a place and a time for each of them. So we're going to go into great detail on that, and the step-by-step. Push here, push here, push here, push here. Right, let's go. Let's get customers. Okay, the third slide that we're going to unpack today. Okay, statistics and engagement. So this is where we're going to manage your expectations. So there's going to be a lot of notes taken on the day, and we're going to go slowly. So final verified daily averages by platform. Here's the fully confirmed non-assumptions list. Okay, Facebook, Mit-Mak's Facebook generates 790,000 views per day. How do you beat me by double? You guys are cheating, Els.
Well, 32 posts on the page is quite...
You post twice as much as I do.
Yes.
That's why, huh?
Oh, shit.
Okay. I know now. Okay, so Mit-Mak's Facebook 790. 790,000 unique views per day. My Facebook, only 358,000. Cease, Els. Cease, Els. So only 358,000 unique views per day on my Facebook page. TikTok Bobby, I kill you. Kill. 466,000 unique views per day. Instagram 230,000 unique views per day for me versus 35. You guys suck. 35,803 unique IG views per day. YouTube 18,524 per day, and TikTok Mit-Mak 12,820 per day. So in total combination, 2 channels across these platforms, 57 million organic views in the month of Jan, which averages to 1.9 million views per day.
Did you see how well that video did of...
Where I'm bribing you.
No.
Which one?
The cartoon we did about getting your first car.
Getting your first car, yes, yes.
On YouTube, they've got over 260,000
1,000 views.
Which is organically very good.
Very, very good. I know. Yeah, that's awesome, man. When are they going to pay us again? Every month. So Facebook generated, I'm going to just make sure with E, but just under $3,000 last month. That's purely Facebook.
Nice.
Because it's monetized. So $3,000, call it 16, 32, 48 grand out of Facebook only. My phone's on fire. Shit. Okay, I'm going to just turn it around so it doesn't distract me. But eventually what happens is, if you follow our system and our schedule, our posting times, and the recommended posting amount, then your Facebook monetizes and they start paying you back kickbacks for generating content on their platform. All right, one more slide. Okay, here we go. Opportunities with me. So we've created a couple of different products basically I'm being pumped out here if you have to like really, really get to the core of it. So spend the day with Uncle B. We've got a fantastic product. I'm not going to say which company, but I'm going to give you a few clues. So it's a company that sells food, groceries. It has 4 letters and there's red in it. They are about to book me for the day just to help them with B2B sales. So how do they upsell head office to the hundreds of national stores that they have? Very nice lady that's the head of marketing there, and she's trying her negotiation skills on me, but obviously she will come first by paying me full price and getting all the value. So that's 150K. I'll spend the day with your business. Okay, marketing on another level. So that's the 14th of March. You said 6 tickets left?
Yeah.
6 only. Okay, great. Let's see if we can sell them between today and tomorrow. I hope we do. Yeah. 6 tickets left. This is going to be kick-ass. The first one is going to be on the 28th. A lot of people are fasting at the moment with Ramadan and everything that's going on in that community. So a lot of demand for after it finishes. So we'll fill up a class with that crew very easily after that. Everybody's asking me for another day. We do have a business mentoring program, 50K for 3 sessions. We'll unpack whatever you want to. So what I normally suggest, we've got a couple of industries that we're currently involved in. We do 1 lakh at a time. So if your marketing lacks the energy and the fire, we do that first. Then we can go and do sales funnels and process and leading teams and managing salespeople, or whatever the 3 areas are that you want to improve in. Okay, we also have a product of a keynote. So that's 50K for 90 minutes. We prepare, we go out, we do a whole bunch of research on your company. This is similar to what we did with Hirsch's. By the way, that's my new favorite South African company outside of ours. That place was so much fun and it was quiet. Did you enjoy it?
Sorry, ek was gewees so iets te lees, maar wat het jy gesê?
Okay, so I'm talking about the keynote we had at Hirsch's. Yes. And then we have a sales training session. We're doing 4 next training sessions. So this is where you basically book me for 4 hours, and the only thing that we focus on is sales. So why you're not selling, where are the leaks, where are the opportunities, where are the low-lying fruit, and that's 50K plus expenses wherever you want us to come. I'm excited about the first Sunday of March. We're going to Cape Town to a company that rents out supercars. I'm very excited about that. We're going to spend the day with a cool dude and have a bunch of fun. I hope you're on the live, sir. Sorry?
No, I'm just, the message was about the auction tomorrow, so we can also just make...
Okay, yes, then we do auctions. The bubbles auction, tomorrow's auction is going to be fire.
Yeah.
I've already blocked 5 or 6 scalums that try and buy this Hilux from me before the auction. I said, sir, is this, is this good business practice, this car? No, bunch of Indian oaks. Why?
No.
Is there someone moaning? Uncle Bobby blocked me.
That's asking about
can we buy
pre-bids?
Pre-bids?
Yes.
No pre-bids. That's not going to be allowed. No. So tomorrow's auction, we're going to have 4 kick-ass cars. We've got a Polo, we've got a Hilux, we have a C230 Coupe, and we've got a beautiful MP200 starting at, I think, 75. Stupid low. Tapnet is very happy. Ahmed San 11. My colleague bought a Ranger from you last week from Cape Town and is very happy with your service. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. One of the platforms that we really compete hard on is very cool because they measure the response time to either customer complaint or customer compliment. And we are currently under an hour for a 365-day cycle, 24/7, which means I think there's like over 20,000 reviews that we have on that one specific platform, and all were answered within an average of 0.59 hours. When I saw that this morning, it was like the best news ever. That's very hard to do, and I'm very proud of our team. They've done a fantastic job. Any questions that I can grab around the marketing event that we are going to be hosting on Saturday? Any questions from anyone?
Just mention that no dealerships or
Okay, yes, I forgot that. Sorry. So no dealerships are allowed, and the reason for that is it's very simple. I want to, for 2026, I want to expand our wings and horizons to other industries. The dealer network hates me enough as it is because we compete hard, we take market share, we are customer centric. I put customers before profit, and we are not scared to fail forward with marketing, with F&I, with sales, with whatever you can think of. We are charging ahead unapologetically. So that creates friction. I do understand it is what it is, but outside industries, I'm super duper excited to engage with. Blessings, guys. JP, enjoy, brother. Thank you for coming. And is sending us a popular 23 popular stars. Thank you, JP. You are the man. No bulletproof vehicles B6 for sale. Unfortunately not. Sky, we're always looking for great talent, my brother. I think dealerships focus too much on advertising a car rather than building a brand. Bianca, how smart are you, my friend? How freaking smart are you? Bianca, what industry are you in? Are you in the automotive industry, if I may ask? You can just put it in your comments. I wanted to ask you what happened to the video of the guy in the M5. Let me just grab this. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, sir. I'm on a live. I'll phone you back. You keep phoning me. I'll phone you back. I promise. Okay. So Bianca is a teacher. So Bianca, I'm going to dive straight into your question, or your statement rather, and validate it this way. So, and I'll get to the M5 now, brother. Say my friend. Okay. Bianca, you are 100% correct. A dealership, I'm just going to block you because it doesn't seem like you understand English, and it sounds like you are drunk, homie. Let me just block this dude. Okay, then you won't bother me again. Okay, Bianca, that's right. So what we teach in our masterclass for marketing is speaking to a crowd is divided into 3 sections. The one that builds your company the biggest, takes the longest, and you have to be the most patient with, which is branding. So a lot of people are confused about what branding is. Branding is if I walk out of a room, you've never met me, I just came in and said hello, and you had to go on the internet and you had to research Mit-Mak Motors and myself for 2 hours. What do you come up with? Who is Mit-Mak Motors? What are they about? What are their values? What are their principles? What are their processes? What do they encourage? Do they give back? Do they educate? Do they give? Or is it just an ask? Okay, so a lot of time has to be spent there. No ROI there, short term. So no return on investments and physical sales that you can measure now. Almost zero. It should be zero, but it's almost zero. What dealerships and most companies see on social media is I have to create something and have an ask, and when that consumer says no, I get discouraged. I create again in a couple of days, so there's no consistency, and when I get a no again, I get discouraged, and 3 or 4 days later I just stop posting because it's always a no, because I'm always asking. The best book on marketing that I've ever read, it's a very old book, it's not even relevant today outside of this concept. It's called Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. And the methodology he uses is give, 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 ask. So by the time you ask, you've given so much free information that everybody, Bobby, go home, go boom, boom, Bobby, go boom, boom. I don't know what that is, bro. I think he's talking about that post. I had a proper laugh. I see something get posted with, I think it's Vin Diesel and like a couple of hardcore guys, and there I am in the top left corner. If you were kidnapped, who would you phone? Most of the people say they won't phone me because I'm going to try and sell the kidnappers a car.
It's not true.
It's not true. But back to Bianca's statement. Then the moment that you give, and you ask, the audience doesn't mind you asking. I mean, the audience is not stupid. They know that you run a business, and in order for that business to be successful and continue and have longevity, you need sales. But the moment that you ask, it's fair to ask because you've given so much. So that Bobby, the mascot of the Natal Sharks board. Geez, man, I would love to be the mascot of the Natal Sharks board. I'm going to go and market all those fancy new areas that you guys have built. Hey, Durban is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Hey?
Schlangen's pretty, hey?
Schlanga, it's my first time there. It's definitely not going to be my last. I loved it. It's like a mini Miami, man. It's very cool. But Bianca, on that statement again, as you're moving down the funnel, that's where you need to start advertising. Okay? At the bottom is the ask, but marketing is the middle. And a lot of companies skip the middle part as well, because the middle part is the part where you actually provide information that is tactical. So typically what that looks like for me, keep on keeping on, much respect, absolute respect. My China, thank you, brother. China, like the cars we sell. But typically what you want to do is provide value, which is technical and useful. For an example, you know, the buzzword in the industry that got me into a lot of trouble was podiums. So a couple of years ago, this is actually why we built the studio, is I start educating the consumers to ask the dealerships for the podiums. Ask them for the podiums. Everybody explodes. Everybody's angry. The West Bank's phoning me. The gentleman's retired. I had the world of respect for him. He phones me, says, Bobs, like I watched a video, 55, 57 dealers have sent me this video. What's going on here? Tell me about this video. I said, Wim, come have a coffee with me. So he comes over, he says, you know, the dealer network's complaining, they're fluking me, and they're asking me to speak to you to stop. I said, stop what? No, stop giving this information. Do over someone who wants... Why do dealerships hire puppets over someone who wants to succeed? Sky, it's a good question. I'll grab your question now. What's your daily? My daily for the last 4 days has been fucking kick-ass, man. I'm driving the car of my dreams, I'll tell you now. But anyway, this gentleman comes in. He's a gentleman. Like outside of the company, who I have the most respect for in the motor industry is top 3. I respect him. He's right up there. So I said to him, Uncle, we've been to many wars together. You've taken bullets for me. I've taken bullets for you. Have I done anything unethical to educate the public on DIC, on kickbacks from the bank, on interest rates, on who controls the interest rates, and what a podium is? He says nothing unethical. You're 100% transparent. I've got pressure from the dealer network. Okay, so why did you come here? To tell you I've got pressure from the dealer network. So do you want me to stop? He says, I can't say that you need to stop because you're not giving false information. You're just providing the consumer information. 100 years, it's been, you know, the best kept secret. So I said, okay, so can we have a coffee now? Yes. And that was it. Now, fast forward 4 years later, else last week, a customer, so every customer gets a personalized message from me, and I try and build rapport. A customer says, Uncle Bobby, where's my podium? So I'm like, podium, question mark. He says, yes. I said, did the salesperson not send you the podium? I didn't ask him. I was like, okay, all right. So ask him. So he phones me back. He says, I've got 3 approvals. The structure is way different. So what's interesting is, depending on your risk profile, the bank will score you differently. So typically category 1 through 3. So category 1, 2, and 3. These are diamond status customers. You can ask whatever you want and the bank will give it to you, no problem. Prime rate, no problem. 84 months and prime rate, no problem. 84 months prime rate and 20% balloon, no problem. What else do you want? Okay, that's it, fine. Category 4, 5, and 6, typically approved by 2 or 3 different banks. Category 1, normally all 5 banks approve, and then we just pin them up against each other, get the best rate, boom, 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 structure the deal, customers are happy. Those, by the way, are the nicest, easiest customers to close because financially they're well off. So they're not worried about a 12 grand installment, they're worried about a 12% interest rate, which they can be. They're allowed to because the ITC score starts with an 8 or a 9. We had a guy buy a 2012 Chevy utility bakkie, retails like 155. We're selling it for 199. Everyone knows why, because it's got 40,000 odd kilos on the clock. The guy gets prime, no deposit. On a vehicle that's 13 years old, prime, no deposit. So the closing call is Uncle Bobby here. So he says, Uncle Bobby, what's my rate? Said, can I process the deal with you? He says, I don't care about the deal. What's my rate? Said, it's prime, sir. Okay. Do these fuckers want a deposit? I said, no deposit. He says, sweet, send me the contract. Can I tell you the installment, sir? He says, oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. So that customer is rate sensitive. Where the problem comes in is you get a guy that the ITC score starts with a 5. I've got holes in my jeans from begging the bank to approve you, and then I get you a 13.25 rate, and on the other side the guy says, I want prime. I'm like, sir, when your ITC score starts with a 5, you are not allowed to even know what the word prime means. You can't use that prime. Do you understand that? I need new fucking jeans from begging the bank to approve you. If I don't get prime, no deal. That type of message. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. I hope you have a kick-ass day, and maybe in the future we're aligned. Send. 20 minutes. So did you get me prime? Sir, I didn't get you prime. Okay, send me the contract. So category 1 through 3, very sensitive on prime. 4, 5, and 6, that's the fight. So that's where we are head and shoulders above the rest, because we'll present you with 3 offers, start pinning them up against each other. Then the offer will typically be, this bank says they'll give you 96 months, but at maybe 13% rate. This bank will do 72 months, 30% balloon, same installment, but at 12.25. So now this is a real freaking conversation. Now I have to ask you, how long are you going to drive the car for? What is it going to be used for? Do you like swapping cars every 18 months? Can you drive this car 3 years? Because there's an implication with a balloon. If you come after 9 months and say, Bobs, I want a bigger car, give me settlement. You took 72 months with a 30% balloon. I can't. The break-even point is 36 months. Can we agree on that? And then educating the public into making the right decision for them, which is going to be different for the next school and different for the next school. And then you have your oaks that have a ITC score starting with a 5 or a low 6. They slip through the cracks, we get them approved, and it is what it is. They're going to have to accept whatever rate the bank offers them. Okay, Bobby, be honest. Why do dealerships hire puppets over someone who wants to succeed? Okay, this is a deeper question, and I'll answer it this way. So, firstly, a typical dealership structure is either group or privately owned dealership. Then you've got a dealer principal. He runs the day-to-day. Then you've got a used car manager and you've got a new car manager. If they don't sell new cars, then you've got a sales manager. Now, the challenge with the industry that I have, and most of my rock stars that have come from industry and now end up with me and start their career on averaging 6 to 8 cars, doing 25, 35 plus cars, is that used car manager is typically afraid to train the people correctly because he's afraid that he's training or she's training their replacement. So the moment that salesperson becomes very good at what they do, the potential of them replacing the sales manager is there, and it's a fear-based leadership system. So that's the deep reason why they'll just hire puppets. I don't want to be condescending to people, but they'll hire people that lack training because of the fear that they'll take their job, unfortunately. What's my daily? I'm driving a 650 for the last 4 days. I cannot get enough. Start a small division focusing on quality modified cars. Check the local drag scene for clues. Very, very, very good tip. Thank you. Josh, how's it, Uncle Bob? And what's happening? Josh, I had a friend named Josh in high school. He was a good sportsman. Every sport, he was like colors in Gauteng, colors in everything, man. Soccer, cricket, rugby, swimming, fuck, chess. Joshes are normally very smart. My friend says they keep seeing people who don't have his smarts of professionalism get hired. Yeah, again, the hiring process needs to be slow. I've made those mistakes many, 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 many times. In fact, one of the meetings I had this morning with the two branch managers is we need to hire slower. As slow as we're hiring, we need to be even slower because the people that enter the dealership need to enter with a purpose, not a employee number. So not be purposefully here like a chair so you can sit on it, but have a purpose. What is your purpose in this team that makes the team win championships? So it's true. Mshlanga is more like Mumbai than Miami. Laugh out loud. Momo Esa. Oh man, I've never been to Mumbai. I've been to Miami. So to me, it's more like Miami. The day I go to Mumbai, I'll have a fair comparison. Okay, it's evident phone. And it's evident phoning a dealership and the salespeople talk to you like they're doing you a favor. So that's amazing for me to hear. They need to go and do that better and they need to improve in that. Talk to customers as if they're doing them a favor. What a bunch of clowns. Have you ever had a bunny chow, Mr. Bob? Momo, brother, 3 years ago, I looked like a bunny chow. I looked like this. And I've starved myself to death many, many times to lose that weight. But whenever the opportunity arises, I do not shy away from a bunny chow. It's the best. Start a smaller. Okay, they just say with arrogance, try it, found any dealership. There's no professionalism. So we did a TikTok video the other day. I was trying to buy a new tank from a franchise dealer. And the guy just wouldn't sell me one. It was actually a girl. She just wouldn't sell me one. I said, ma'am, slow down. I don't want to test drive the car. I don't want to fill out an OTP. I don't want to do anything that you said. I want your banking details. I want to transfer money from my screen to your screen. Send me the banking details with your bank account number on there and an invoice so I can pay you. That took me 20 minutes. So, yeah, that was a mission. Do you have a Mercedes? We have many. Just went to a whole rant. You lost the video. Okay. I bet you a few thousand Golf ones in Durban, I'd be a millionaire. I bet if I sold 1,000 Golf ones, I'll be a millionaire. Definitely. Uncle Bobby started. All right. Is a 630 score, is a 630 score good? Leon, yes, you can approve with a 630 score. I won't call it good, but I'm not going to say it's unapprovable. So it's a fair score. Okay, stop spamming. Agreed. Okay, cool. Yes, but 640 is the preferred score. Leighton Yebo. And then I've got what is residual finance? Okay, we'll unpack that now. Dunyela bikes? Not really, man. I don't know the bike market as well as I should. Uncle Bob, I can't decide between the 330D you got or the GTI Performance Auto. Golden Spoon FX. Brother, if you've never owned a GTI, you have to own one once in your life. So go for that. If you have owned a GTI, the 330 is just superior to almost any car that you can buy out there. In terms of power, in terms of dynamics, in terms of economy, it's just a kick-ass car. So it's a tough choice. Spin a coin, and if it lands in the middle, you buy both. That's a deal.
That video is going out on Thursday.
On Thursday. Why does everyone keep asking about the M5 video? Did you take it down? No, we didn't take it down, did we? So the M5 video is actually quite a funny story. Me and Elsie are test driving the black M6 that we had with the 13,000 Ks, and then the video does really well. People enjoy it. We get lots of leads on the car. We eventually sell it from that video. But anyway, someone comments, you should let Aussie show you how to drive that car. You're driving it like a pussy. So I'm like, what? I'm like, it's easy when it's not your car, and shut the F up. Send. So this guy's actually quite a friendly guy. He says, Uncle Bobby, Ozzy's coming. So I said, whatever. Then like 2 hours later, the coolest Indian man I've ever seen in my life. Hey, Els?
Yeah.
Glasses,
Legit.
big watch, fancy shoes, 2 kgs of gel in his hair. You can smell him from far away. He has arrived. So someone calls me, says, listen, there's an M5 at the back here with 2 intakes the size of plumbing pipes. So M5's intake is this big. This guy's got plumbing pipes for intakes. So, and they're painted white, so you can see them through the kidney grill. And this guy standing outside there, I think he was vaping, leaning against the wall vaping. He says, Uncle Bobby, I'm the guy that can't drive. I'm here with my car. I want to take you for a drive. I'm like, dude, don't fucking kill us. So he says, Els, if you want to jump with, you can record it and see if I can scare Uncle Bobby. I said, no man alive has ever scared me in a car. But as long as you don't crash, we're fine. Let's go. So we sit in the car, and I ask him about the car. He says, no, it's 900 horsepower. I said, it's fine. I've driven in fast cars, 1,200 horsepower. No problem. Let's go. So I thought he's going to go 1, 2, 3 on a robot, and then we're going to go back. He did. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, robot to robot sideways. So I just for a while saw trees. And then as he changes gear, I saw cars. And then as he changes gear again, I saw trees and stop streets. So I lied to him. I said, bro, there's a fucking camera here. Slow down, because I was scared. And on the way back, I said, I admit I was scared. And you're the man. I'm not going to talk shit on the internet anymore. Peace. So after that, we became friends. And I've sent him probably 20 customers, ex-customers of ours, to do performance tuning on their vehicles. And you literally can't get you can't get an appointment with him because he's so good at what he does. He's booked out for many months. So people take the M4s there and he bewitches them and he makes them very angry, and then they go and race Lambos and win. So yeah, that's it. That's the M5 video. Okay, anything else? There's a lot of messages coming through else. Uncle Bobby, please buy a BMW and let Aussie tune it for you. Yes, Momo, that's going to be the day that I ride up a tree. He's crazy, man. We love that video. That video is somewhere around. Maybe we should repost it, Al.
Yeah,
you know what we should do?
tell me.
We should create a cartoon, but in the cartoon, we're going to swap me getting scared with you getting scared. And then we should post it that way. And I'll sit in front going, yes, more. And then you scared in that cartoon. We're doing that, Als. Thank you. Okay, kan Wim KTM 1298 koop en vir my finance organise deur Wim. Pussy, we don't normally do that. Send me a WhatsApp. I will chat to the team and see how we can assist you if you're getting declined. I got a 320D now, golden spoon, beautiful car. Yeah, the 330D is just, it's not twice as good. It's probably 10 times as good. So it's not a double upgrade. It's like a 10x upgrade. If you've owned the 320 and then owned the 330, you can almost never, that's the problem now, because you'll never go back to a 320D. So that's my advice. Think nicely.
Yanni, you're done.
Yeah.
Well done on your marketing and your full dedication on trying something new. That is what market leaders keep striving for. This isn't something other dealers can copy and paste, as I see in the automotive industry.
Yeah, man. So copying us, I literally, I don't mind. It used to make me angry in the beginning, but I don't mind. And that's why this class on Saturday is so important and vital, because I'm going to teach you how to be authentic. So no one can be better than being me than me. No one can be better than being Elsie than Elsie. No one can be better at being Mr. Drain Cleaner at being drain cleaner than Mr. Drain Cleaner. So the authenticity part you can't copy. The structure, the hook, the comedy, a little bit of the character you can copy, but it's never well received, because people spend their lives online people will know whether you are authentic or not. And even if one of your posts or piece of content does extremely well, the rest will dip because it's not you, it's not your natural state. So these marketing courses will teach you to be in your natural state, speak about things that you are very, very skilled at, and give information to people about solar. Like the most exciting thing for me is meeting solar people. There's going to be a lot of solar people that come to these two events. And I've got so many ideas on how to actually reverse engineer and target customers effectively and eloquently in the solar industry. But I can't be the solar guy and the car guy. I can only be one guy dedicated to that, but I'll show the people how to become the solar guy and in their area dominate. E30's price and value. E30, Gush, E30's brother. It's such a soft spot in my heart, that vehicle, that whatever their prices go up to, there's going to be people that are willing to pay it. Now, some guys are getting very creative, asking 1.8 million rand for a 325 IS with 176,000 Ks, rebuilt 5 times, painted like the dog's backside. Those cars won't sell. They'll just, they'll attract a lot of attention online because of the nostalgic point of view, how people love, South Africans love the Gusheshe and the story and all the drama that comes with it and the excitement. But a real nice one. So there's one in Pietermaritzburg. It's black in color, and I bought the gentleman's M2 competition pack about 3-4 months ago. He's got an original 325 IS, one owner, Evo 2, so 1992 model with aluminium fenders. It's a real Evo 2, black in color, never been painted. It has annual services. The car is documented. He even documented how many times he freaking washed his car. This guy's an absolute enthusiast. I've offered that person 1.2 million. That car is worth 1.2 million because I think in the market today it will fetch 1399 relatively easy. But it's a car with 32,000 Ks and annual service history. That is a unicorn. But some of the guys are creative, 325i automatic with 150,000 Ks for 800,000. Those I don't agree with, but I love the car. Thanks for the question, man. Let's have a look. What else is here? Yes, lots of hi messages. Hi. Please buy, tune it. Okay, anything else?
We can maybe speak about the cadetship starting soon as well.
Okay, we can do that. And best first car question mark, Suzuki Swift question mark. So absolutely, man, I love the Swift. I love the Swift. Suzuki is a great brand, even though head office hates me with a passion. I don't care. I still keep promoting Suzukis. We do extremely well with them. We're selling 40, 45 new Suzukis a month. We cannot get enough. We got 3 new Ertigas today. This afternoon, we actually shot content with them, and 7 more on the way from somewhere in beautiful sunny South Africa. So a Suzuki Swift as a first car, it's low risk, low on fuel, low on insurance, low on installment, very high on street cred, especially if it's a 2-ton. Man, they look so nice. Love the Swift. Definitely buy a Swift. But it won't be as cool as if you buy it from Uncle Bobby. So make sure you buy a cool one. I'm just kidding. I'm from Pietermaritzburg. That car is from Emerald Auto. So I don't think that vehicle ever saw a dealership. Let me see what the gent's name. Now, I'm not going to give you his name. Now someone goes and jumps the gun and buys it from me. But it's a one-owner car, and it doesn't feature at a dealership as far as I know. Unless the gentleman's trying to get more money for it, and he parked it there as a consignment car. But as far as I know, he's a man of his word, and he hasn't shopped the car anywhere else. Any comment on Grand i10 in-cap rating? Google says it's 0, but Hyundai and the salespeople say it's lies. So, Uzair Jabbar, I'll answer your question. Uzair, you've got a very nice question. Thank you. So, any comment on Grand i10 in-cap? It's a if Hyundai says it's lies, then they should go and factually say it's lies. They can't just say it's lies. It's like, me going outside and saying, no, it's not dark. It's still light because of, the street lamps are on. Technically, it's not. So I love the Grand i10. I think it's such a nice, cool car for a young person. It's inexpensive. They never break. Hyundai's don't break. It's like a thing. The only customer complaint, I've sold lots of new ones. The only customer complaint that I ever received that I struggled with was a customer from Pietermaritzburg that complained about wind noise and on a new car. And eventually we changed the windscreen. We put a factory windscreen, a different windscreen in the vehicle, and we sorted the problem out. There was like beading issues around the windscreen. It happens, man. It can happen to a Rolls Royce. Maybe the thickness of the silicone when they applied it on the new car wasn't correct. Something happened. There was wind noise coming through. Accident-free car. Sold it to him as a new car. But outside of that, we never get customer complaints. The only other thing on the older ones is the type of gearbox that they have. So it's almost like a automatic manual without a clutch. There's a little bit of a delay, and then it changes to the next gear and it goes. So I've had a elderly uncle buy the vehicle for his wife, never test drove the car, just bought it, went home with it, and then like boom, he pitches up at the dealership. He's very unhappy. How can we sell him a car like this? And this car is not lacquer and the car's broken. So I said, what's wrong with him? He says, no, you need to come drive the car. So I jump in the vehicle, I drive with him, and he says, can you feel it? I said, which part? He says, the way it changes gears. I said, is that the bother? He says, yes. I said, okay, I understand. Come, we go back to the dealership. We test drive another two. I proved to him that that's how the gearbox was designed to operate. He's very unhappy. He says, if I knew that, I wouldn't buy the car. I said, I understand, Wim. Took him out of that car, put him in a normal torque converter automatic vehicle for his wife. He was happy. But that's realistically the only two issues that I've had. But when it comes to the safety features, I can't comment on what the NCAP results are. Like now, I think the Cherry Tiggo 7 Pro came out with 2 stars. People are asking me. I say, I can't comment. I never designed the vehicle. But if NCAP says it's this, then Hyundai says it's that. They should have an independent test and have factual debates. You saying this is how your test was conducted. We're saying this is how our test was conducted. But, if Hyundai globally says it's lies and they don't have evidence to disprove the allegation, it's hard to argue that. I can't say anything else other than that. How do you price cars when buying? So very nice question, Uzair. We reverse engineer the selling price at the point of purchase. So we use major data and AI to predict how much a vehicle can sell for before we buy it. Typical example, let me just go through my phone quickly. We bought a Hilux. Here we go. We bought a Hilux in Palaborva, very far up north, very hot area. But this Hilux is bedazzled, man. It's got spotlights on the roof. I always laugh because it looks like a Ranger. They've got a dustbin that they cut half of it and put it on the bonnet, so it looks like a intake scoop. It's got spats, big wheels, nice canopy, different running boards. This thing is bedazzled. So we go and look at what the vehicle can sell for. That specific vehicle, it's an auto 4x4, it's a 2.8, it's got about 150, 60 on the clock. That vehicle will sell within 2 weeks at $499. Okay? The vehicle is red maroon in color, which means there's a few scratch marks. The gentleman used the car. I mean, you don't drive in a vacuum. So there's stone chips, a few trolley dents. We're going to have to spend about 18,000 Rand bringing the car up to our standard. And we reverse engineer that. We're going to sell it for $499. Ideally, on that type of investment, we would like to make 10%, but it's not possible on a Toyota. We're very happy to retain 6.5%, 7%. So if we're selling this vehicle at $499 and we want to make 35k on the car, and it's a 20,000 rand reconditioning process, including the buyer's commission, then typically we'll pay about 445 for that vehicle. So after recon, it owes us, the business, 465, and it's an easy sell at 499. So we first reverse engineer what can we sell the car for quickly to be competitive against the market. This one will win most fights it comes up against because of the spec, the extras, the wheels, the drama, and the thing that it creates when you visually see it. So the car needs to cost us 465, less the 20 to spend, including buyer's commission. 445, we present the offer, haggle a little bit, but we ended up closing the deal around there, and then we bring it into stock and sell it for 469. So first, reverse engineer the selling price before an offer is made after evaluation of recon. So typically, on that specific customer, to be honest, we went 450 to 460, and we said to him, we'll pay you 460 less to spend. And that's where the debate came. He said, but it's 18,000 Rand, you want to whack me 20,000 Rand. Fuel, the buyer's commission, and we ended up at 445, where we were both happy. And the gentleman agreed, we paid for the vehicle, it's on its way. I blabber a lot when they ask me good quality questions, but you wanted to ask me a great question, and now the rest of the people that didn't want to know had to listen to me. Where's Elsie? We hear her, but we don't see her. Elsie's playing Tetris here, controlling a laptop and a phone, trying to beat my high score. There's Elsie. She says sharp. CX5 compared to other X3 and GLC post-warranty reliability. Marks up. Funny story about Mazda, man. The current CEO of Mazda is a lady, and I'll give you a name now. She did an interview with one of the guys that is actually very, 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 very well-known interviewer, and a very good customer of mine, Sasha from Russia. I call her Sasha from Russia. She sent me a lot of customers from Cape Town. There we go. Okay, she even sent me a WhatsApp. My friend, what about an auction? Okay, Marco de Silva. Okay, Bonita van der Merwe. She's the new CEO of Mazda. Bonita van der Merwe. So Sasha sends me the interview that Bonita did with a very good interviewer, that's my friend, and says, look, this is my family. So I said, no ways. The guy interviewing her is almost my family. He's like one of my best friends. So she asked me, what do you think of the product? And my answer is this. Mazda is a premium brand that has failed to position themselves as a premium brand, but has priced their vehicles as a premium brand. That's Mazda. The reliability and quality is up here. It's top tier. It's excellent. But they fail to position themselves that way. Most new Mazdas come out with a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. Couple of thousand Rand, it becomes a 5-year unlimited mileage maintenance plan. Like, how do I not know that? But I have to hear the C, and I'm not bashing Bonita. She just came into the role, and she sounds very capable. But that's the messaging needs to become a lot better from Mazda to the consumers, to the public, in order for that brand to kick off again. They only sell 250 cars nationally a month. That's nothing. We sell almost 250 cars out of Pretoria North. They sell that nationally. And that's, they're getting destroyed by products that are not as good. They are not as good. I love Mazda and Mazda for life. That's one brand that I would take on as a OEM, because they need help marketing, positioning, and driving sales when they've got a pot of gold and no one knows that, and people have forgotten. So they need to position the brand as a premium brand and fight with the premium brands, because that's how good they are. I love Mazda. So as much as I love BMW, it's a good car. Do you still have the M2 competition from your videos? No. What is your opinion on the Ford B-Max? Love those cars. It's one of the only cars that has sliding doors, and it's a small compact vehicle. Uncle Bobby, can I have something for 80 to 90K? If you have, join us tomorrow on the auction. We definitely do have. What's in your personal car collection? Momo Issa. I don't have one, brother. Like, people don't believe me. I literally don't have one. Ever since I started working, ever since we started Mit-Mak Motors, every single minute that I've been awake, I've worked my tail off and I've pumped all the money back into the business for 20 years straight. I don't have one. The only car that I have is the E12 BMW 5 Series that hangs out at the depot, and the car's starting driving beautifully. I just don't like driving it a lot because if I stop at the gym, then I'm scared someone's going to steal that car. And when we drive somewhere far and then the metros pull me over to take pictures, it's a whole thing when I drive the car. It's beautiful. It takes a while to get there because it's slow AF. It's only a 518, but it has aircon. So you cool, calm, and comfortable while you're cruising 120, 130. If you work really hard, 140. You'll see 140. But then it sounds like you're driving 400 because it's still an old car. Anything else? Okay. Any advice for a passionate sales trainee that just secured a job at Hyundai? So Hyundai always had a very good training program, but you need to be a sponge, brother. You need to show up early, show up first, leave last. I know people think like, oh, everyone says that. This is fucking true. If you show up first and leave last and be a sponge and be the best student in your class, it will be undeniable for you to grow. And you apply. That's the main thing. Information overload 2026. There's so much information on the internet. But can you apply the strategies that they teach you? Can you actually execute on what you are taught? So focus a lot more on than on actually gathering the information. Hello, friend. I'm on a live. I'm going to finish up and phone you straight afterwards. Thank you. Bye. Okay, you sent me another question, Els.
Yes.
All right. So I would like to ask if you provide leadership for grade 12 students. So we've done some work with Boys High, not a long time ago. So yeah, man, that's awesome. We can definitely arrange that. But on a one-on-one, no, I would gladly come to your school and speak to your community, speak to your school, definitely. But on a one-on-one, I don't have the time. I wish I did. As jy by dieselfde plek werk vir 3 jaar en 'n nuwe kontrak kry, kan jy nog steeds 'n kar finansier op die nuwe salaris, even as die salaris eers volgende maand wys. Yes, beep A3. Yes, you can. So how the bank will structure the deal is you need to have obviously the new contract in place and a dummy payslip. Those two are important. So you need to have HR confirm that you have taken a position from X earning 10 grand to Y earning 15 grand, and it's so in the contract and you're permanent, and the dummy payslip. So this is what his income will look like. Typically banks will give you between 45 and 60 days before your next installment. So it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Definitely. Ours, we're over time. Are we going to cut it there or take one more? Okay. We're 4 minutes over, Uncle Bill. What's your opinion on the new BMW X2 M35? The X2 M35 is, for me, one of the best looking cars on the road. It is so nice. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous car. Yeah, it's pretty, man. It looks like a dinky toy. Just to say that.
Chatting about the cadetship.
Uncle Diggy, appreciate your love, brother. Thank you. Okay, I'll end it with this. We are about to kick off our first cadetship program starting on the 2nd of March. So that's exactly in 7 days. If you would like to join the program, what's the best way, Els?
They can send you a WhatsApp.
More WhatsApps. Thanks, Els. So if you would like to join the program, you can send me a WhatsApp with your CV and I'll send it to HR. And then there's a couple of things that HR will require you to do. in order to qualify for the cadetship program that we are going to run starting on Monday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the best. Momo, nice chatting to you guys. Nice spending this time. Enjoy your day. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.